going on now?
She's like a whole 12-pack, still PO'd at me.
Getting weapons on you?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, she's PO'd at me because I cheated on her 2 months back, and I thought we were trying to work on it, but she decided to drink a whole case of beer and started hitting me, going, ludicrous on me. She tripped, hit her head, and now she's calling the cops saying that I did that when I was just trying to save myself.
Federal Way, Washington. 2 people, 1 apartment, both have injuries, both have a story, and only one of them is going home tonight.
Because she got me a good one right there.
What worked up to things being physical?
She just got drunk and started going violent on me and started yelling. I said, "Can you please go to bed?" She didn't care to. She just wanted to come and attack me while I was laying in bed, watching a movie, and she jumped on the bed and started coming up, hitting me in the head, and I got up and moved out of the way. Next thing you know, she fell, and I was like, "Stop, just go to bed." And all she did was just go up and start coming at me some more. So I was like, "All right, I'm going outside." So I go outside. She locked the door for the patio. So I was like, "All right, I'll just stay out here, have a cigarette."
You're locked out right now?
No.
No? Okay.
She just kind of, when I told her, "Which one do you want to be in?" I said, "I'll go in the room, you go out on the patio." And next thing you know it, she started coming right into the room at me again. So I was like, "All right, I'm going back out. I'm going right out here waiting for you guys."
Why did she do that?
Past trauma from me cheating on her.
And she just brought it up out of the blue? Or?
She keeps bringing it up. And I was like, because she drank a whole 12-pack, and I told her not a good idea, and just started going on, yelling, screaming. I was like, "We got neighbors. We cannot be doing this. It's late at night."
Is she drunk right now?
Yeah.
So when she came at you, what did that look like?
He just kind of jumped on me and just started going, "Yeah!" And I was just like, "What the hell?"
Where were you at?
Just in my room sleeping, trying to watch a movie and relax.
You were in bed?
Yeah. No, she was out on the porch smoking cigarettes and drinking beer and talking on the phone. And then all of a sudden out of the blue, she comes running in and started coming at me. So I was like,
Did
stop.
she say anything before she did that?
She just said, "You're a f***ing cheater, you're a lover, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "Calm down. It's late at night."
And then what'd she do?
She just started coming up and slapping me and hitting me, so I backed away and tried to move out of the way, and next thing you know it, she falls, hits her head, she got a little knot right there, and then she goes, "This is what you did," and I go, "No, I said, just leave me alone."
When she first, did she grab you at first? She slap you at first? She punch you?
She grabbed me and then just slapped. She didn't punch. She just
in the face?
gave me a good slap a couple times.
So then what did you do?
And I just got up and just tried to get out of the way and just went out into the porch to have a cigarette.
Okay.
She goes to the porch to yell at me.
What caused her to fall down?
She tripped over something. I don't know. She came rushing at me and then she went like this.
In your bedroom?
Yeah.
Where's that injury at on her?
It's right here. I think it's on one of these sides, but she came up and just kind of rushed at me, but tripped while she was trying to come at me. And that's when she hit the side of the wall right there.
Okay.
And she goes, "You pushed me." And I go, "No, I'm just trying to back away from being attacked."
Okay.
So I know what to do, not to...
Did you hit her at all in self-defense? Or?
I just came up and do this. I try to push her out of my way. Push, so I'm not getting hit.
It seems like you have a scratch right there by your nipple.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want any of this. I was just trying to relax and watch my horror movie. And
well, I'm gonna go talk with her, my partner and I. Okay.
On October 19th, Launcheling Arshawu, officers in Federal Way, Washington responded to a domestic disturbance involving 2 cohabitating intimate partners, both injured, both claiming victimhood, both pointing at each other. What makes this case legally significant is not the violence itself, it is the decision that follows. Under Washington law, officers cannot simply walk away. They must arrest. And they must choose who. Washington Revised Code Section 1099. 030 mandates that when an officer develops probable cause that a domestic violence offense occurred within the preceding 4 hours, arrest is not discretionary, it is required. The statute also prohibits dual arrests. Officers must identify one primary aggressor. The framework for that determination is codified under Washington Revised Code Section 1099. 040. Officers must weigh 5 statutory factors: comparative severity of injuries, history of domestic violence between the parties, statements of both parties and witnesses, which party initiated the physical contact, and whether either party acted in self-defense. This is not a subjective gut check. It is a structured legal analysis conducted under time pressure with two contradictory accounts, the threshold is probable cause, not proof beyond reasonable doubt. Simply a reasonable belief, grounded in articulable facts, that this person committed this offense. Under the totality of circumstances test, no single factor is dispositive. Officers must evaluate the full picture. The officer observed fresh scratches on the male subject's arm and chest. The female subject disputed the origin of that mark, claiming it predated the incident. This is a material evidentiary argument. However, the probable cause standard does not require the officer to disprove competing explanations. It requires only that the officer's belief be objectively reasonable, given what was known at that moment. A pre-existing injury claim is a trial defense, not a field determination that defeats probable cause. Under Graham versus Connor, decided in 1989, every officer decision must be judged against the standard of a reasonable officer on the scene, not with 20/20 hindsight. An officer identifying visible fresh injury on one party, combined with a more internally coherent narrative, satisfies the constitutional threshold for a warrantless probable cause arrest under Washington's mandatory domestic violence statute.
Hello, sir.
Hi, are you Sierra?
Yes, sir.
Hey, can I chat with you real quick?
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
Damien's being physically violent.
I'm gonna come over here with you. So, okay, I just want to know what's going on. Okay.
He's being physically violent.
Okay. So what does that mean? Like, how did this start?
We've had a lot of stuff going on over the last few months. A lot of distrust, a lot of dishonesty, cheating. It's escalated. You guys have a lot of going on. It ended up with us. And I got thrown against the wall. And I said, I'm done.
So where did this argument start?
This morning we started off, well,
I just mean from, like, the reason why we're here, right?
the reason why we're here is because I got thrown up against the corner of a wall. I have a half an Easter egg on my head.
Mm-hmm.
I've already been through enough domestic violence where I'm not going to tolerate it.
Well, paint a picture for me on what that looked like. When did the arguing turn into physical?
With our bed getting stripped.
Your bed?
The bed. The
So you
sheets. He was ripping the sheets off the bed.
okay?
He tried to put them back together before y'all got here. And I said no.
Were you in bed, or
We were both in our room.
you were both in the room?
And then I got up out of bed, escalated. I ended up, there's a corner in our room.
You said-
I got knocked up against the wall.
What does it mean when you say escalated? Like, what happened next?
Or it got violent. He said, I'm not going to take this from me.
So who?
And he threw me against the wall. I mean, that's as quick as it went.
Where were you when that happened?
So our bed faces this way. Head towards the back that way. And I hit the corner, and I said, I'm done. I said,
So
you
he
caused a
approached you.
Yes. He came around the bed, got in my face, threw me.
So you went up to him.
No.
He got up.
I
You
was
were
already-
blocking
He
him.
came around to me. He
Okay.
came. We can go into the bedroom. I can show you.
Sure. Yeah. That'll work. Yeah. Paint a picture for me.
Yes. And I'll show you exactly how I hit the wall. And
Yeah.
when this happened, that's when I was like, you know what, I'm done.
Okay.
So I'm not going to go through this anymore.
Do you have any
There were
weapons in
plenty
the
of
house?
times-
Any weapons in the house?
No.
Okay.
This is where he pushed me. I hit this corner of the wall.
Were you blocking the doorway or something? Or was it?
No, we did, sir, because I came from here.
What about the marks that he has on his arm?
I don't know where this mark on his arm came from. He's been fussing with this mark on his arm since yesterday. And that's where he's like, I'm going to get you. I said, I didn't do anything to you.
He's saying that you walked over to him
No.
to confront him and grabbed his arm, and that's where that mark came from.
I only came on this side of the bed. I've never gone
And
this
he was
side
on
of the
that
room.
side of the bed?
He was on that side of the room, sir.
So did he get up and
Absolutely
approach
came on
you?
this side of the room. I was on this side of the
Now,
room.
when he pushed you, did he push you out of the way to leave?
He pushed me back. He did not push me out of the way to leave. No.
So he pushed you because
He
he
came
wanted
at me
to.
aggressively, 100%.
What happened once he did that?
I pushed back again.
Did he walk away?
He did. He actually got his car keys.
Okay.
He went outside. He had half a cigarette, and then he got his car keys. I called my friend Gary, who is at the end of the.
Did he
fucking-
come back
Sorry,
at all?
excuse my
Did he
language.
come back in here at all?
No, he didn't. He
Okay.
grabbed his car keys and he left out of here.
So other
Because I
than
told him,
that-
I said, I'm calling the cops. I said, I'm not going to tolerate this.
Other
I
than
said,
that
I've
one
been in
push,
trouble too many times.
I
said,
understand. So other than his push, he didn't hit you, slap you, push you any other way. Just the one.
He's hit me. I don't know.
Okay, so he pushed you the one time and you hit your head.
We're not going to see bruises. I mean, they happen later. Like I said, this one on his arm, I have no idea what that's from.
Well, did you see that prior to
yes.
this?
Oh, yes. He's been fussing and fussing about that all day.
All right,
I'm
hang on with her. I'm gonna
him, you know, like, stay away from him.
One unresolved issue deserves attention. The male subject admitted he attempted to push the female subject away during the altercation. Washington Revised Code, Section 9A, 36. 041 defines assault in the fourth degree as intentionally touching another person against their will, regardless of the actor's claimed justification. Self-defense is an affirmative defense raised at trial. It does not negate probable cause at the arrest stage. The female subject's arrest carries significant downstream consequences under Washington's domestic violence chapter. Beyond the gross misdemeanor classification, conviction triggers mandatory no-contact orders, required batterer treatment evaluations, and elevated penalties upon any subsequent offense. These collateral consequences underscore why the primary aggressor designation is not administrative. It is a life-altering legal event.
Are you willing to take a recorded statement in everything you say on oath that you're being truthful?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Damien, okay. Help me understand, because you guys' stories aren't quite lining up exactly, which it happens all the time, right?
Yeah.
But she's saying that the physical altercation started somewhere else.
No, we were laying down. And I was watching a movie and she was still getting on me like, you've been cheating on me.
Okay, so pause right there. You told me earlier that she came into the room. You guys both weren't laying down together.
Yeah, she
I
came
asked
into
that.
the room.
You just said we were laying down.
No, I was laying down. She was out on the porch talking on the phone with her little brother or something like that while she was drinking her beer. And then came out from there, came into the room to lay down next to me.
Okay.
And then that's when she started getting on me about cheating with a black girl, she called it and stuff. And then came up and jumped on me, grabbed me, and then
She jumped on, like you were on the bed and she jumped on you?
And then she was like, you fuck. And then I was like, get off of me, and then I pushed her off, and I got off, I went like this, and that's when she kind of looked back at me and hit me right here. And then that's when she came and started rushing at me again.
Let me see your face again.
So I'm good at dodging.
So you're saying that she walked around to your bed.
Yeah.
Did she stay there? Did you go somewhere?
I went out to the back on the porch.
Okay.
And I just stayed out there, and that's when she locks it and says, stay away from me.
Okay.
I was like, I am.
Okay. And what's her name again?
Zero Dance.
Sierra. Okay. All right, Sierra, where you at? We're going to put you in custody, okay?
Please. Why?
Well, I've heard both of your guys' stories, okay? And it's my job to determine, at this point, who the primary aggressor is, okay? And you got it?
Yep.
You're going to be going to jail tonight, okay?
Why?
Because I heard what you had to say, and I heard what he had to say. And there's some inconsistencies with both, but I think that you're the primary aggressor. There are fresh injuries on him, okay? And I understand that
He has a mark on his arm, but...
So you're welcome to take a recorded statement if you'd like, to tell your side of the story, under penalty of perjury if you'd like, okay?
Should I? Would it make it better? What, do we need
If you're
fire to come check his little arm bruise? Who knows if he got from work?
Well, we'll ask him to.
I mean, like, let's really think about this.
Nope, keep going.
My friend is down here waiting, who can contest to this.
What's
This
Okay.
this is absurd.
Do you want your phone?
No, he's probably just gonna shut it up. Trust me.
Would you like us to take it for you? You can take it with you. Come on.
Responding officer, B+. Party separation was textbook. The individual interviews were active. Not passive, the officer identified and directly confronted a narrative inconsistency, demonstrating evidence collection rather than mere statement taking. The offer of recorded sworn statements to both parties reflects sound prosecutorial support practice, the deduction, the on-camera articulation of the RCW 1099. 040 multi-factor analysis was incomplete. The officer cited fresh injuries and inconsistencies, but did not walk through each statutory factor on record. A supplemental report filling that gap is essential. Abstent. A probable cause challenge at arraignment faces a thinner documented foundation than this arrest deserves. Sierra Dance C. Her account was emotionally scattered, which reduced its evidentiary weight against a more linear competing narrative. Her most consequential failure was her inability to effectively deploy the pre-existing injury argument, a claim that, if substantiated, could have materially altered the probable cause calculus. She possessed the argument. She did not build it. Damien B. His decision to exit the residence before officers arrived was tactically sound. It allowed calm initial contact and preserved favorable first impressions. His narrative, once a minor imprecision was clarified, remained internally consistent. The deduction, his admission of physical contact, however defensively framed, establishes bilateral force and introduces legal complexity that may resurface at prosecution. 3 takeaways. First, visible physical injury is the most durable evidentiary anchor. At a domestic scene document it explicitly and on camera, not just in a supplement. Second, narrative consistency is evidence. Officers who probe inconsistencies and document their findings protect the arrest at every subsequent stage. Third, a pre-existing injury claim must be investigated and addressed in the report. Dismiss it without investigation, and it becomes the centerpiece of a defense motion. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching. And don't forget to check out our second channel, Street Bodycam, for even more police interaction and courtroom content.
Please.
Right over here, watch your step, there's a curb.
I didn't know there's a curb right there. What is wrong with Federal Way?
Go ahead and stand right here. Widen your stance, please. Do you have any weapons or anything on
sir.
you? Okay. I'm going to search you before I put you in my car, okay? Do you have anything under this?
No, sir.
I mean, like a t-shirt.
Well, I have a tank top on.
Okay.
Well, this is embarrassing. I'm in my pajamas.
No pockets in your pajamas?
No. Well, yes, but there's nothing in them.
Okay. I'm going to check anyway. Other side.
Wow. No, I am.
Hold still.
I am fine.
Alright.
Promise you.
Unlock my car for me. There you go.
Yes.